Let's connect. Welcome again to the Castro Realty Group with Nebraska Realty podcast. Like every 2 weeks, we're trying to make this every week, but of course, our tasks and responsibilities and duties with our clients are pretty heavy sometimes. But we are glad to be here at Nebraska Realty headquarters in West Omaha and reminding you that we have offices everywhere: Lincoln, Papillion, Midtown, and South Omaha. We are here for you 21 years actually in the industry, and 11 years actually representing buyers and sellers in Nebraska and Iowa. We are a bilingual team with 9 realtors, licensed realtors, and also we are glad to say that we have the best relationship with the main and more important lenders, mortgage lenders, and people in the industry. And this time, I'm glad to present one of our friends here and one professional who's been in the financing industry for a long time. I have Melina Arroyo here with me. Welcome, Melina.
Hi, thank you for having me, Ricardo.
Melina represents Veridian Credit Union, which is an institution that happens to have different and unique mortgage programs. But we're going to have Melina telling us about her before.
Yes. So, I've been doing this for too long, right? I've been in the banking industry since I'm 19 years old, so I've been all over the place.
5 years ago?
5 years ago, yeah. But in the mortgage industry, like doing mortgage-related programs and loans, maybe since 2006, with Banco Popular of North America and SunTrust, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, now Veridian Credit Union, which is amazing because I do love working for a credit union. I really do enjoy it.
What could you say is the main difference between a credit union and a regular bank institution?
So the main difference is like who owns that institution, right? So in a credit union, everybody that deposits the money will call members, and they all choose a representative board, and they they are a voice to make changes like, oh, we want to lower the rates or increase the rates, or we can offer these new programs. So everything goes to a board. When you work for a bank, like a big bank, like let's say Bank of America, you don't know who owns the bank. You don't have any say on absolutely nothing that happens in that bank. But at the credit union level, you're a member, and so your account is your membership vote. You vote.
Correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm adding the following. One difference that I find between a credit union, in this case, Veridian Credit Union in Omaha, and a regular bank is that you have perhaps more unique and in-house programs.
Yeah, we do.
Am I right?
Yes, we do.
Is there any program that you like to highlight today?
Well, yeah, we have like 100% financing.
100% financing.
100%
With
financing.
no down payment.
No down payment. You just have to have your closing costs, right? If you're in Iowa, your closing costs are going to be way lower than the ones in Nebraska. But yes, you have to have your closing costs, and that helps people with scores 660 and above that they don't want to, that they cannot qualify for like first-time home buyer or anything like that. I particularly myself bought my house with an 80-20, which that's how we could at 100% financing, because I didn't want to spend money on the down payment. I wanted to keep the money to make some, to fix the house, improvements in the house. So, and then when the interest rates got lowered in 2020, I actually refinanced the house. So now I have like a 30-year fix at 2.5%. Sorry about that. But I did buy my house with 100% financing just because I wanted to keep more money in my pocket. We also have construction loans, right? Like for you to build your own house and make your own decisions and sit down with an architect and build that dream home. We also have lot loans, and we have ARM loans. We do a lot of things. We deal with a lot of exceptions, and we have more liberty to do so because we're a very tight institution and our team is very tight. No, you can't. When you go to a big bank, sometimes this cannot be done.
Exactly. There's some more layers to go through.
Definitely.
And that's what I like. Is it possible with Veridian Credit Union to have someone with no credit history to purchase a property?
Of course, yes. Yes. I do have. There are certain, depends what program. Some of them have income limitations. Some of them don't. Some of them, like, say, for example, if somebody has a co-borrower or co-signer, and let's say a 22-year-old wants to buy a house, and the parents are co-signing, a 22-year-old doesn't have any credit history, we'll work those too. I also work with people that some people have tax IDs instead of Social Security numbers.
Exactly.
I work with them too as well. It's called non-traditional credit. So we offer that also on a regular 30-year fix. We just have to follow the
30
parameters.
years fixed.
Yeah, so we have to work with the parameters of like Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, depending what program you qualify for. They have their own, we have to follow the underwriting guidelines on those ones. But we can make exceptions on in-houses. But the ones that if you're 100% zero credit score, you need to fall within a certain income guideline.
The other day, I was shopping for cars. In my case, I've been in the real estate industry for a long time, and I own investment properties, real estate investments. And for someone like me, it's pretty hard to make a decision to buy a car because I don't see it as an investment. So, unfortunately, it goes against my own business nature, but it's still, I was shopping around and see if I decided to have a new car. But called my attention now. It's been a while that I've been shopping for a car that they told me if you are a veteran, or if you are an educator, or if you are in medical and health systems, you have discounts. They even offered me a Costco discount if I got a Costco card. And I'm like,
right?
But I was surprised about the medical field. Without being a doctor, basically, they told me if you're just working for some kind of a med center, you can get a discount. If you're a teacher or someone or a para in a school, you can get some help. Is there something like that in the mortgage programs?
So this is a funny thing that I get a little calls from like doctors and stuff like that, right? They just graduated, so they have all these. And they say, well, they have like a doctor's program. And when I look at the doctor's program, they said, well, they're gonna help me with this down payment or with the DTI. But the interest rate is like way higher than we can offer. So for them, yes, for anybody, to be honest, because the way these programs work is like, yeah, I'm going to give you credits and this, but they're inflating the rate because no one is giving you anything for free.
Exactly.
Absolutely nothing for free.
No, it has to be said also. It depends also. Maybe that's going to be good for you depending on the stage of your life.
Of your life, yes.
In my case, I was telling you off cameras before, many years ago, I got into a mortgage loan where I paid like 3/4 point more in interest rate. Mm-hmm. But at that stage of my life, I knew I was going to be in that property for just a short time, and I didn't care much, right? Because of my situation. Perhaps now that I'm thinking more about retirement, my life is different.
Yeah, but you also have to know that the different communities, Iowa and Nebraska, they also have like community programs where they help you with down payment options. Like, right, we're going to start with NIFA soon in August. And NIFA...
So you guys going to offer NIFA?
That we're going to start offering NIFA.
Nebraska Investment Finance Authority.
Yes. And they don't actually have the grants themselves, but they do have a list of all these community organizations that they do have that help. So we will try to help you, find where you can get help. So we offer the same program in Iowa. It's called IFA. But IFA is different because they do have the grant themselves.
Okay.
Yeah. So right off the bat, I'm like, okay, you need IFA. You can qualify for this, and you can get 5% on this and here, and all that stuff. With NIFA, I have to refer you to different places. But we still will be offering you the same great service, the same rates as everybody else. And it just so happens that in Nebraska, our rates are the best. So,
just as a clarification, NIFA is an institution from the state of Nebraska, which works together with some lenders, in this case, Veridian, to help with down payment assistance, right?
First-time home buyers, sometimes repeat buyers, but first-time home buyers definitely is their forte.
And same thing, IFA, it's an Iowa Finance Authority, which helps with the same thing.
And also military personnel as well.
Also,
yep, as well.
You can help people with those kind of programs.
Yes, and we have VA, so yeah, and our VA rates are great too. The VA
Can you explain quickly a little bit about VA loans?
VA loans are for the veterans, right? You don't have to be a veteran; you can be active in service as well. But there's certain parameters that you have to fall into because this is a federal program, right? It's the Veterans Administration program, so we have to follow the rules. But the rates are lower in our company because we are a nonprofit, so we do not inflate the rates. So, for example, this is not the current rate. I'm just going to say a rate. Right now, let's say another financial institution, we have a VA loan at 6.5. I assure you that is not the rate that I have right now at Veridian. It might be 6.125 or 6.2.
Because Veridian is a non-for-profit.
It's a non-for-profit.
That's another difference.
It's a non-for-profit.
This entity.
So other banks, other financial institutions, they make profit on their interest rate because the interest rates have a price. And that's how they made their profit. We keep it the very minimum.
Let's clarify in a dynamic question and answer episode today some questions. Do people need to have a credit score to buy?
No, there are programs that accept them with no credit score. We just have to make sure that we follow all the guidelines and what needs to be done, it's provided.
Do people have to pay to sit down with you and learn about the programs and what you can do with them?
No, they can come completely free. Just make an appointment, please. Now that I think about it, you said with zero score, and I always say it is better for you to have zero score than bad score. I can help you more with zero score than with bad score.
Please, there's some a mistake. Many people, when they come to our office, sometimes, I don't know, I have bad credit. And sometimes not bad credit. They have no credit. And that's not bad credit.
Exactly.
Right?
No.
It's limited credit perhaps, but that's why you have to sit down with a professional and start building that credit.
For me, it's easier to help somebody with zero credit score. Because if you have like a bad credit history, then we have to work. We have to work and clean it up.
We advise you to call Melina and sit down with them. Let's say you are not planning to buy a house in 2024, but perhaps it's going to be in 2025 or 2026. One reason why we keep this business relationship for about 15 years now is because when we send her a client or when a client asks us to work with her, basically we like that if that person is not going to get pre-qualified because they don't fulfill the conditions, Melina Arroyo explaining what steps to follow in order to get a mortgage loan in the future. If that's going to take 3 months, 6 months, a year or 2 years, of course, it's up to your current situation, but you're going to start from a point. You're going to start from somewhere.
You get a plan. We put a plan together.
Let's plan for it.
Yes, right? And the thing is, like, we plan together, but you're the one who wants a house, so you need to do your work, right? We can only do as much, right? Well, we'll give all the tools that you need to get it done. But it's as much. I've seen people accomplishing the plan in 6 months, and I thought it was a year. No, I work harder. I got a second job. I got this. And I was like, awesome.
Or I paid debt.
Yeah, or I pay my debt. So yeah. And a lot of people have like $10,000, $1,000, and they don't pay their bills. I was like, the first thing I'm going to tell you is to use that money to pay your bills. So I was like, we need a good credit to give you a good rate so you don't have to, so you can buy more house. Because with better credit, you can get a better rate so you can buy more house.
Melina, where can our audience call you or set an appointment with you in order to start planning?
Right. So my office number is 712-314-6040. You can also email me at melinaar@veridiancu.org, or you can send me a text message at 402-214-0008. Please send a text message with your name and your needs, and I'll be more than glad to help you.
The process is pretty easy. It's pretty quick if you listen and bring the proper documentation, which is not much, and you can be surprised that planning could be a planning of a week. Perhaps you're going to be able to qualify or get pre-qualified for a loan pretty quick. Melina Arroyo, again, you can find her at 712-314-6040. Make an appointment, please. I'm sure Melina can take care of you with an appointment after hours or in the weekends. But of course, make an appointment. Melina, thank you very much for being here one more time. Thank you. Thank you for your support and your support to the community as well. And here we are. Please check us out and subscribe to our social media, crghouses.com, crghouses.com. We are Ricardo Castro Realty Group. I'm Ricardo Castro with Nebraska Realty.